Looks so different during the day. Imagine having sunlight. Kind of want to try this card. I don't see a lot of this card. Let's go for this. Let's go for this. Let's go for... Well, Gibberling is a higher win rate than Dollar Crusader. Is Gibberling the nuts? I like this card too much. Yep. This card is just the nuts, right? Oh my god, we got Pouch. Oh my god, we got Pouch. No. Thank you. We have like 0 beasts right now. Acorn Bear is the nuts. You're not wrong. Guess there's not much of a choice there. Guess we could take a raid leader, huh? I mean, this card has like nutty win rate. Does it just not backfire that much right now? Maybe. It seems like it would be absolutely unplayable against Shaman. But like Rogue and Druid just don't punish it. I think I'd just go with the raid leader. Oh man, this card is so good, but Scorpion's also so good. It feels like we don't have enough for wriggling right now. As much as I've been trying to force it token, hasn't been happening yet. Oh my god, we got the thing. We have 2 pouches. We don't need much late game. I'll take 1 Proto Drake. We really don't need much more than that. Seems. I just want a 2-drop here. Well, we're definitely not a Malagos deck. We have 0 corrupts also. I guess that makes this decision actually rather easy. Would very much like that. Probably Brawler over Noitron. I like Anoyo, but... I think I like Brawler a little bit more. Okay, we have some decent... Last time we were offered this, we had no beasts. Now all of a sudden we have a Poison Beast, a Stealth Beast, and a Moonfang Beast. We can also just take this. Even though it's not a taunt, like just buffing Moonfang with this is like extremely worth it. There's also buffing any of these is really good. My favorite class in Arena generally it's Warlock, I think. It used to be Druid, but I have not done well with Druid, and I don't actually like Druid as much right now, but I like how this Druid is looking. Part of the reason I haven't liked Druid is because I haven't been gotten a deck like this yet. Copy on this isn't even that good if it's not buffed. We've no buffs. I feel like we just need the buff actually. I feel like you don't skip this card. It's just so busted. More buff. For all the taunt synergy and everything, it's probably gotta be this, right? You could probably consider the freeze. Sunwell is just so busted. Yep, hog. Kind of want a Force of Nature. Direwolf might be better. I think I want Force of Nature more. It's pretty low win rate on this card. I have found I've been trying to go too slow with druids. Probably just want the Aug, huh? Prize Fury is not bad. Fizzy is really good too, though. If I didn't have a Nordrassil Druid, this card, I think I would just slam the Fizzy. This thing is making me consider the Prize Fury a lot more. If we got really lucky, we would get another buff that was cheaper than Fizzy. Not get one. Because, like, you want to have... I feel like if you're going to go, like... We're not super tokeny, so we don't have to be like this. But, like, I think you want to have, like... It's basically Soul of the Forest and Pride's Fury basically do kind of the same thing. You want to, like, if you really want to rely on the token strategy, you really want to have at least one of those two cards.
I must protect the wild.
You ever keep this? It's kind of the nuts, to be honest. Pouch on one. We just coin this, right? Scorpid is a fair and balanced card. I could have taken the Jade Blossom, but that'd be a bit better if we had like literally a single other Jade in their deck. Yes. Finally, I get the Venomous Scorpid. Ah, damn. It's still really good. This is what everyone else gets to experience. It's a glorious, truly glorious. You could keep it alive if you really wanted to, technically, but it doesn't seem very intelligent. Getting a damage lackey seems intelligent, though. What's Pouch give you on one? There's two different wisps, right? There's the Dragon Wisp and the Demon Wisp. Oh, you can't even... Yeah, no, you can get either one of those. It only gives you those two options, I think. But it can give you... Is Moonfire in Arena right now? Oh yeah, Pounce. No Moonfire, right? So it's Pounce and the Murloc and the Demon. I think it's always those three. This thing's restricted to your class, so it can't give you like Shadow Step or something. Yeah, I think it's Pounce and the 1/1 Murloc and the 1/1 Demon. Why, hello there. Aug, power. Or Raid Leader power. Do we just race his ass? YOLO. We can Pouch for Arbor up next turn. No, my minions. Uh, you're actually more likely to get guidance, right? The thing is like if we you're more likely to get armor up off of guidance. I think. But the problem is if we well, we don't have to overload. I don't want to deny our 7 into 8. I think we just go pouch. Sure. Okay.
To control life, we must wield the power of death itself.
No snow flipper penguins anymore, I know, right? Truly a tragedy. Oh. Oh, wait, that wasn't even corrupted.
We will hold the Black Temple.
Ni Jiang, thanks for the follow.
Fine, it wasn't that big.
We can go Raid Leader or Hog Rancher. We actually have no way of triggering this effect. Like, at all. That's an empty threat. We could probably just play the Proto then. Just give it up. I guess we don't have to trade. Is Asia server? Not right now.
I dare you.
Could be wrong to trade, I'm not sure.
Now how about
Damn. At least he didn't get a million smugs, I guess. We have the mana for guidance, so I guess we go for it. It's completely useless, actually. They're actually completely useless. I guess I'll just take that. We have to play this. What does this draw? We have a Moonfang. We have a Scorpid. That's it? Moonfang we can't play right now, though. Oh, wait, no, it's gonna be 3 mana. We could play it. Actually, yeah, we just do it then, right? Yeah, either way it works perfectly. If you do the Moonfang, you can play the Moonfang with the Hog Rancher. The mana works out perfectly either way. What a god.
Actually, I'm good here.
It wouldn't be Arena if you didn't, like, make that greedy pick in your draft and then somehow not draw enough value and then still be behind in the 0-0 game in the mirror matchup against someone playing a lower value deck. I mean, we just vomit everything, right? Why would you have a 4 mana 7/7? We can have a 7 mana 4/4. Exactly right. Raid leader for the win. We did it.
Quit distracting me. Malfurion versus Gul'dan. Know the true essence of fear.
Turn 1 resizing pouch again. Part of me doesn't even want to keep this card because you want to play it later, but
You're paying for my discretion.
we actually don't have enough 2s to toss it. Why would you summon a 3-2 if you could buff your 2-1 into a 3-2? An excellent question.
Power has its price.
Okay, we only had 4 unplayable draws in the entire deck. And yet that was also by far the worst of the 4 draws. Plays around Defile better. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Yeah, I think Force of Nature was the worst draw in the entire deck, actually. Wouldn't have been super excited about a pouch draw either, but if you draw pouch there, do you have to play it? Maybe. You would not be happy about. Yeah, Fortune Nature I think was the worst draw on the deck. He also has a fish. Yeesh. One problem with Moonfang is like anytime you play it, if they have Derailed Coaster, the game ends instantly. Surely that never happens. Stop saying words. You know what happens when I say words. Okay, Renfro? Oh. Okay. Okay, I clearly, I just didn't see enough into the future. I should have known that this was actually the best draw in our deck. I just lacked faith. I apologize to the deck. The deck knows better than me. It knew that we were going to get Twisting Nethered on turn 5. And that this would be the perfect refill. I'm sorry for lacking faith, deck. I think he oops emoted because he forgot to hit face with the 3-4. Okay, well, what was Fizzy up against in the draft? I remember agonizing over that choice. What was it up against? It was up against the AoE buff, the 4-mana buff. He drew the coast. Wait. Oh, he top decked it. Okay. Well, it was it's Pride's Fury, I think is what it's called. Well, we're very happy that we have this and not Pride's Fury in this game. So, correct choice ? Maybe. I guess we just tempo this. We don't trade it just to deal 2 extra face damage, I don't think. Amdaramdos, thanks for the follow. go. 9 mana, 10/10. Oh, the value. Oh, it's so good. Oh. It's not actually that good. It's pretty good though. He has 12 damage on board, so if we want this to not die, we actually have to do this trade. If we want it to not be dead on board. The thing is, like, he has a flyer, like, it's gonna die no matter what we do. Anyway, so we probably just aren't supposed to care. And then I guess we just killed the 3/2. Yeah, I mean, we literally know he has this, so like it's never gonna live. It's just you would be forcing him to spend mana. He really should have thought about that because the way he traded was really important. He just did not even think about it for half a second. I think he did it wrong. Well, you don't want to leave the 1/1 for Grimoire Sacrifice, I guess, and also, you know, you give him that trade. That's bad. It's really bad. Okay, we're running out of bad draws, is the thing we have to see as the bright side of things. You can't draw poorly if there are no bad draws left in your deck. So we're getting to that point where there are almost like we're running out of bad draws.
I don't need any of
Oh my god. This guy literally just picked everything that had taunt on it. He's like, ooh, taunt? Oh, that's going in. He drew his one. We can't draw any of our 4 late game cards, and he drew his 1 late game card. Great. Easiest dragon lackey of our lives. Nope. This will just, if we buff this, it'll just die to this. So I guess he still has a demon that he discovered on turn 1 that he hasn't played yet. We go wider with the evolve, I guess. That's actually really good. That might have been the best 3-drop we could have gotten, actually. We clearly did a terrible job of shuffling our deck, so maybe shuffling our deck... This reshuffles your deck, so maybe that'll make the pouches actually go on top. Yep, we just lost both pouches. Both pouches were actually on the top, and the Scorpid. Okay. Well, there's one place for us here. I like how both pouches were literally the next 2 draws. And we have like what, it's a 1 in 8 for Scorpion Lethal. He has to full trade basically, right? So like even a taunt or even a rush will probably buy us a turn. But no, we're shuffling the deck. Okay, that's really bad. That might have just killed us. That definitely just killed us actually. Still a 1 in 8 for Scorpion Lethal. That technically works. Right? Like it probably isn't. He probably has an answer, but in theory we win. In theory.
I can see.
Dead to a nerf card. You pretty much just need a draw deck in any different order to win that game. He played that really, really badly too, because he corrupted his Ticketus when it was like the wrong. He could have, if he just played the 8/8 earlier, he could have never lost that game. He actually did everything in his power to lose, but he just didn't manage it well enough. He needed to try it just a little bit harder. I have faith next time he'll manage it. Okay, surely nothing bad happens here. We can play Nordrassil plus Power of the Wild next turn. We may play it just as a 3/2 though, not as a buff. It's just not. That's weird. We probably just play. Playing it as a buff doesn't make sense because it doesn't really change the breakpoints on his weapon and stuff, so yeah, I think you just do this. It's either that or play the 5/4, but this seems better. Beebster, thanks for the follow. They always have it. What do we do? I say what do we do as I do the play in like 2 seconds. There's really only one way to do this turn. The one thing I don't have as much experience with, if you haven't been watching for a while, like I had like a 3-week streak where I just wasn't offered Druid. I think it was 26 straight runs where I just wasn't offered Druid. So I have like very limited, relatively limited Druid experience. And even the Druids I've had since haven't had a lot of resizing pouches, so I don't have quite the experience with pouch that I would like to have right now. For exactly which turns you're supposed to fish for certain things, you know? Maybe I should have not played this actually this turn and played it next turn. But because I could have played this instead of this, and then next turn you're guaranteed to play both of these. Probably fine. I think it's generally it's turn. Well, it would be like turn 6, turn 8, and turn 10, because I think the best turns to play Pouch are 5, 7, and 9, typically. Yeah, or any later turn you can try to fish for Arbor Up or something, but because it's 5, 7, and 9 that you want to fish for. In very specific circumstances, you could go for a Pro Drake on 8 in very specific circumstances, but it has the same. The Pouch has the same rules as Discover, so it's your class in neutral. Why does everyone have Shield of Honor? I mean, I can't really just play a Vanguard into a 9/2 Divine Shield, right? So I think we Hero Power and then we see what we get off of one Pouch. Just take Yeti, maybe? Yeah, I could play this too. Let's go for that. That's probably fine.
Give it time. The wild tree is healing.
For the wild.
I'm actually too low. I have to kill that.
So tough.
I wanted to go face, but I have to just kill it. So yeah, we could pouch now, but I mean, hopefully we just draw like... Yeah, we're just dead.
We will hold the Black Temple.
We're not gonna live to the turn 9 or till the turn 10 pouch.
Back to your rooms.
We're losing this game in value, tempo, and board all at the same time. You guys also trolling simultaneously. Oh god.
Time heals all.
Well, the way he's done this, we're probably dead to some weapon in his hand. I mean, we know he has a weapon in his hand, but I mean... We have to pouch into Alexstrasza next turn to have any chance, but we're probably just dead. There's only like 2 weapons in the game, I think, that don't kill us right now. The 4-mana weapon, not Outrider's Act, but the other one that kills us. I'm not entirely convinced. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I'm not entirely convinced this guy will see the lethal, but...
Malfurion versus Valera.
Watch.
This has been happening. Like, this is like what always happens to every Druid I get. It's really weird. I'm at the point where like I think I'm kind of convinced I should just stop picking Druid because like it just never works for me. I don't know what it is. It's weird because Druid used to be my best class too, but it's like it just never worked. I don't know if I'm doing something like super wrong.
Trust me.
It doesn't exactly seem like a 10,000 IQ class. I just need to get more Druid of the what's it called? Druid of the Plains? The 7 drop? Need to get more of those. Actually, I just need to draw like this thing on curve. Because the reason we've been losing is because our turn 2, we've missed turn 2 almost every game, right? That's like the big reason, so. Now this poor 1 and 2 Druid is going to go against this deck that should be at least like a 7-win deck probably, and actually got and actually got Vile Fiend on curve, so he's completely screwed. Truly a tragedy. Yeah, I think that's a Druid of the Plains. Oh wow, he just missed turn 4. Oh. Rip this guy. Could actually just play Raid Leader. Could play Raid Leader, could play Vanguard Hero Power. It'd probably be better to just play Raid Leader, right? I don't know, Raid Leader might be better later, because we have the Necromancer. You can also just play the Necromancer. He has the daggers, the problem, so setting this up doesn't actually work that well. This could actually go off later, too. I think I like this. You could also buff this and play this. We actually have like 5 different plays there that are all pretty viable. He's coercing a Raid Leader. Okay. Honestly, kind of feel like playing this is better than hero powering. I'm just gonna do that. Where the run with Alabaster go? To be honest, I don't remember. I think it was 9. I think we went. Yeah, we went 9. I forgot the run because the last game was so miserable. The last game made my internal defense mechanisms completely forget the entire run happened. What was Raid Leader up against for me in draft it? Raid Leader is, especially in Druid, Raid Leader is not a trash card anymore. It's not the best, but it's not trash. It's like a solidly average Druid card. Shadow Step the Claw Machine buff target. Okay. To the face. Like honestly, dude, like that's one of those things. It's like this guy's like one of those people. It's like, can you imagine going like he should not go 1 and 2. He should not go 1 and 3 with this crap. Like he has a Coerce and a Claw Machine and a Wand Thief. This guy goes 1 and 3 with that. He should have never ran against our deck drawing well at 1 and 2. He got like completely screwed actually. Jaina. Do I keep this because we have 2 3s already and we're probably coining 3s? We have too many 4s in this deck to keep a 4. Yep, so I already know like my entire build. We're gonna go this into this and try to hit a spell that's perfect with this. And hopefully play this and a spell together. It's going to be the plan. Oh, spell discover. This is usually too hard to ever actually trigger. It's funny how it's like we're at the point where there's so much value in the game now that nothing never goes off. But we can actually play this with this, and it's gonna be corrupted. Oh my god, it's perfect. It's actually beautiful. 4 mana, 3/5, deal 4 damage while gaining 6 armor minus whatever the attack of whatever you kill is with it. That is amazing. How good is Nordrassil Druid? New video title. I mean, I don't really want to amulet that. I'm probably still gonna do it just because it's gonna cost, just because it costs 0 mana.
Give it time. The wild tree is healing.
We summon the raid leader. Exactly. One of my Hearthstone memories, which for some reason is very persistent around raid leader, is Kripparrian specifically saying how cool it was that raid leader's a card with its voice line and stuff. And that raid leader is a buffed card in Arena. He needs to play more Arena, right? So that should be how it works. Dude, can you imagine not playing around Nameless One from a mage? What an idiot I am. This is entirely my fault. I should have known better. Just playing badly. Like, I was considering lightning blooming to get the raid leader out. But I don't know. You're pretty much just all-inning his face at that point, and then like if you don't get there, which you're not that likely to actually get there, then you just lose. God, every turn is so awkward. Competing interests. I want to make this buff, but I don't want to miss the face damage. I want to kill this, but I don't want to miss the face damage. I kind of want to protect that again. Okay. How far do you think a deck with 30 Scorpions would go? 12-0? That would be my guess. Actually, the real answer is like it would actually depend on. It would lose to aggro probably. So like how far it went, it would automatically beat any control deck. So it's like a deck with 30 Venomous Scorpions would just beat any deck that didn't like super hard curve against it. But it would lose to a really good curve. So Anything we can get on 8? Not really, right? Raid Leader Scorpid is a lot of damage, but probably not better than just playing those. Alakir, that's true. But Alakir is not better than this still, right? But yeah, I think you're right. I think Alakir is the best thing we could have gotten. Most interactive thing. It still wasn't better than this. The 30 Scorpio deck would beat the 30 Sunwell Initiative deck? You're not wrong. Oh yeah, you also can't get Alakir, that's also true. Sometimes it gets confusing with all the cards that are random cards versus Discover, which is restricted to class.
I will fight with honor. I must protect the wild.
Actually, you know what? The thing you can actually get is Cenarius. Cenarius is an 8-drop now. So Cenarius would be what you're looking for, but Cenarius also just didn't line up well there. I might just keep this. I think I just keep that. Obviously, Vilefiend and Orc are actually the 2 best cards in our deck for the early game, outside of maybe Sunwell and shit. So these are auto keeps, and I think given that we already have our early curve figured out, we just keep this. We can pop this on turn 4 with this or something like that. Hydra for Alakir. That's true. Cenarian Ward into Alakir. That's the strategy. Dude, could you screw yourself actually? What the fuck is that? This is like literally a 5-drop on turn 2. Do I just play Cable Rat then? You still play Orc, right? Maybe not. Get Evolve Lackey, this is so bad. I think you still do this. They actually never printed a 5-mana 3/5 Divine Shield because it was too strong, I think. I think it's like literally better than a 5-drop. Yeah, we can double buff. We just double buff, right? Seems pretty good. And only minions. The thing is like nowadays, minions are the new spells. You know, you got Burrowing Scorpid, Venomous Scorpid, Shavara. All these things. Who needs spells when you can just top deck your Barricade on the turn that you lose the board again? I'll do this. You could also go bump Cable Rat, Hero Power Lackey. This seems alright. Yeah. Doesn't look like it's all spells, right? This thing isn't sparkling. Oh no, those were okay, that was turn 1. Yeah, never mind. Okay. That's brutal. Mini Consecration. Yeah, with how many Battlecry minions, it's like every Battlecry minion is kind of a spell, right? Even Rush minions are kind of a spell. I don't want to use my Rush on that. Dude, I need to get out of this paladin, the low wind paladin territory. I need to get myself out of here. Get me out of this place. Oh no. You get offered all the spells. It's like, look at what you have. Do you have spread or buff? Do you have spread or buffs? Which one do you not have? I'm missing the spread. Okay, take the spread. If you are missing the spread, take the buff. How to discover spells as Druid. Pick the one that you don't have. Hello. More raid leaders. Perfect. Do we ever carvings without rush and just believe that nothing bad will happen, smiley face? I actually kind of want to. It's actually kind of our only play, to be honest. Honestly, nothing else makes sense. Odds of him having consecration hand is extremely low currently.
They cannot stop my work.
Carry the wounded into the hold.
Oh. Stop. Stop. Holy spells are Avenge and Reckoning, right? Of course, it would hit that one. It's fine. At least it's not Reckoning. Reckoning would have been worse. Well, if it's Reckoning, you'd probably just raid leader and trigger Reckoning off base. Yeah. Wouldn't be that bad, I guess. You need to get better hit arbor up every time. You're talking about the draft or the with the pouches? Yeah. It's been a long time since I've actually been offered an arbor up in draft. That's probably part of the reason my druids haven't been doing well. I think I'm at least at 4 straight druids without having an arbor up offered. At least. And I think this is the first one that I even had a venomous scorpion. That might not be true. I think this might be the second one out of those two. I need to just get better at hitting these cards. Just draft better, smiley face. What's with this buff? I mean, this bug. Play the Marauder because why not? Boom. Handle it, bro. This guy just couldn't handle it. He needed to handle it better. Ah! There's no time. Get here quickly. That would have been a bad hand to miss the mulligan on. It's okay because we have venomous scorpions. That means we just win, right? That's pretty much how this card works. This guy's playing a thing that kills venomous scorpion. That's extremely rude. Play a thing that protects venomous scorpion. Perfect. It's what we like to call interaction. He plays an uninteractable minion, which threatens our minion that we haven't played yet, and then we play a minion to protect our minion that we haven't played yet from his minion that we can't interact with. That is fun in interaction. Ooh. I like that. I like this too. You can also do this. I think this is better. Given especially that we have the raid leader, don't really need to like go in. Pouch into lightning bloom. Oh, I forgot that lightning bloom is an option you can get after that. I feel like, I don't know, honestly I don't have that much experience with this card. I'm not sure like if you're ever really supposed to go for that or not. Maybe. It would be nice to bloom out a Moonfang. Well, the problem is like you're killing smaller things if you cheat it out anyway. You at least make it so that it can't get coastered, but I mean if you're just killing a bunch of like 2/2s, then what's the point of the Moonfang early, you know? Doesn't seem worth it. Depends on what they do though. That's the thing, is like you're not gonna know on turn 1 whether or not it's gonna be a good idea. And I feel like on average it's not. But could be wrong. I mean, so Initiate seems really good right now. So I think we're always playing Initiate. It's just whether or not we hero power or we play the Tidehunter. Even the Tidehunter for a future buff might actually be better. The Tidehunter really just saves you health. It doesn't really accomplish all that much. Because if you play the Tidehunter, he's going to trade the 1/1 into the 2/1 and the 2/2 into the 1/1. Or he's just going to play Dread Infernal and then you're going to be really sad. Either way, it just doesn't seem to help you that much. Orc and Tidehunter. There's a card called Dread Infernal, which happens to be 6 mana. But I mean, the thing is, like, automatically, I just want to play the Initiate because it's really good against this board. The Orc isn't really good against his board. Now I like playing the taunt to protect the Divine Shield that we're about to have on here from the 1/1. And then we have 3 mana, and then it just seems to make sense to play this. Seems pretty good right now. So turn 10 Solar Eclipse Pouch for 2 7-drops. Actually pretty juicy. We're gonna want to do this Prize Fury to try to buff a bunch of stuff out of Abyssal Enforcer, Hellfire range. Problem is we might be buffing everything right into Soul Rend or Fellfire Potion range, but you know. New beard. Actually, what I did is I shaved my mustache. The beard is the same pretty much. He'll run out of mass board clears eventually, right? He had the Dread Infernal. He's playing Necromancer Pride's Fury. Like you could go trade, Scorpid, 4-drop, or you could Scorpid, right? I mean, it's just like, bro. If you can live from this position, I would like to see it. Or actually, it would actually be more likely he just kills us. That would be the problem. Maybe I should have done this and just traded the 4/4 into the 3/2. It's unlikely he kills us though. Yeah. Yeah, that would be the problem. If he has the 3-mana 3/4 buff, that would be what we could very easily die. That'd be the problem. But I'm feeling cocky and at 4 and 2 where he's not likely to have. He's already played way more value than he's supposed to have at his win-loss, I feel. So like I don't think we're gonna die right now. But obviously these are famous last words. Probably have lethal, maybe. I hope we have lethal. Raid Leader Scorpid hero power is 1821. He's like super, it's not even close. Yeah, we were like, I was like trying to calculate exactly, and then I realized it's like, oh, we're like 6 points over. So couldn't have gone for the pouch arbor up though. We have to save the pouch arbor up, right? This is our 8th game. We haven't had a pouch arbor up yet. We just got to get it when we need it, right? You never thought this 4-mana buff would be that good. I was talking about earlier, I think it's kind of like a Soul of the Forest. It's like, I think it's a card you want to have one of. If you're playing a token deck, you want to have one card like that, one Prize Fury or one Soul of the Forest. And frankly, Prize Fury is probably the better of the two. We've like never drawn this thing. To the face. All this hog on hog rancher violence, you hate to see it. It's a good thing we went first. If we went second, we would have already lost this game. We would be like actually completely dead. Minion. We're probably gonna try to pouch for an arbor up next turn, yeah. He's gonna kill everything though. Or we go Druid, Nordrassil Druid, Power of the Wild.
hero power. It's probably better now, actually.
Give it time. The wild tree is healing.
The second he decides not to trade, immediately punish him. He might be doing that because he has his own Arbor up and he's trying to like protect his stuff. What can you get on? We just want a 6. We want a 6 or 4 in hero power. 4s are pretty underwhelming, aren't they? Probably better just get a 6. There's nothing like super good on 6, but it's still probably better. Guys take Brave? Well, no, this forces him to trade the 2-1 in, but it obviously doesn't hit anything. The Brave also dies to Elephant, which would be corrupted in his hand. Hippo Tub. That is amazing. We have to get rid of. No one uses no smilers. I'll get rid of no smiler. Rip. I can't not play this, but I can't leave that up either.
Time waits for no one.
We lose either way, right?
The void is filled with many whispers.
The might of Stormwind. I can see.
You just accept the unwinnable 5-2 game. That happens to me so often when I'm playing Druid. It's just this deck. I think the problem is like we just didn't have ones actually. You need to have like the Acorn Bearer type stuff, you know. So it's like you can beat that deck. Like we could never beat that deck with our deck basically, especially not with him getting a Natalie off of his first proc of his 7-drop. Except if we just had a 1-drop, you know, and just had the board and were able to be more aggressive, you know. We basically lost because our deck wasn't quick enough. Is what it seemed like. So it's like that's the thing. We just weren't offered 1-drops in our draft that draft. So it's just like it could have been a very good deck if we were just offered a little bit more early game, but we just really weren't offered any early game. So